Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you guys watching. Fresh off our trip from Tokyo Auto Salon, the Type R has a problem. We encountered this about a week before we left for Auto Salon when we started getting a code saying that the number 3 cylinder was running lean. Then I got a number 4 cylinder that was running lean, and the computer was tripping out. Obviously didn't make it to the meet. Thought it wasn't anything special. Reflashed the car drove great, then it happened again. A few days later, drove the car again, same problem again. So I drove the car to the shop. The boys went ahead, changed the spark plugs, tightened up a few things. Car was running great again, then again. Number 3, number 4 cylinder, running lean. We contacted our contacts over at over at Honda. They said go ahead and try and give the injectors a cleaning or switch them out for the stock ones. We are actually gonna go today to RC Engineering with the injectors to go ahead and get them cleaned and tested. The trusty labor assistant here at the house went ahead, took everything out. As you see here, the fuel injectors off the rail. The trusty labor assistant went ahead and labeled them. So we got 4, 3, 2, and 1. These 2 guys are the ones that are giving us issues. What we noticed when we pulled them, and again, I'm not sure if this is something that's just common or not. It's my first go at this, but I noticed that there's a lot of buildup on the O-ring, and there's a lot of, well, looks like there's carbon buildup going on here. I'm not sure if that's what's causing the flow to be messed with. See, like, these don't look as bad as these. And if I could get it to zoom in properly, you could see that some of the little ports are plugged up. And again, our theory is because the car sits a lot, you know, prior to going to the track or when we take it to the shop or meets, it pretty much sits. Maybe in these 2 cylinders, the fuel has clogged up the little spray holes. We're hoping that just a simple cleaning and a pressure test will go ahead and rule out any kind of issues. But if not, like I said earlier, we'll talk to our peeps over at Honda and see about getting these replaced or what the next steps will be towards fixing the situation. Which is why we're just gonna take them over to RC Engineering as a precaution, have them cleaned out, have them tested, and just to rule out that there's no issues. If there is an issue, then again, we'll see where we go from there. Maybe call Honda, see if we can get some replacements. If not, debating about doing something drastic, and we'll see where we go from there. But in the meantime, as I was about to head on out to RC Engineering, we have a flat in the Tesla. Now I gotta go ahead and get this checked out before we can go to RC Engineering this morning. Hopefully we can get this diagnosed quick. Hopefully we can just get out there as soon as possible and have them dial this in. But yeah, something's up with the R, guys. We're gonna see what's up. And if you guys want to come along to RC Engineering with me, stay on the video, and if not, just hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate you guys for watching. But for those that are gonna hang out with us today, let's take a ride. Crisis averted. Looks like the tire had some random piece of shrapnel stuck in it. Guy went ahead and pulled it out. We went ahead and put a plug in it. Either way, let's go to RC Engineering. All right, well, the trusty labor assistant and I just came to RC Engineering and got the injectors dropped off. We were hoping for a quick turnaround, and they would have done it. Only bad thing is 11 o'clock, and they said it would take 5 to 6 hours. So either way, we still would have had to come back.
A day long.
I have the trusty labor assistant give you guys a little bit of breakdown of what's going on in more of a technical sense.
The car is given a code. Basically, I think we had talked about it when we did spark plugs. That it's storing a code for like the fuel injector learning exceeds, which is basically that the computer can't control the amount of fuel, or I guess push enough fuel, I think, in a sense.
Anywho, we got an hour drive home. Morris will come back tomorrow or the next day here to RC Engineering to pick up the injectors. I almost said head gasket. To pick up the injectors, and then he'll get right on it to installing everything, and then we're gonna have to go for a test drive and cross our fingers that everything is good. We'll report back, but if it's not, then that's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to probably do a compression test and maybe get a camera down in there. I don't know. I just hope it's the easy fix here, and then if not, it's going to be the hard fix. And if that's the case, then boys, we'll have to stretch this out into a build series. Finally get the build series, because we do have an additional block sitting at the shop that we've been debating where to go with, if we're going to keep it just stock, and if we ever needed it, just slap it right on, or build it, or God knows what. Tap in the comments, let us know what you guys would like to see coming out of the car. But yeah, might go in a different direction. I know this isn't our usual type of video. This is more of a vlog trying to diagnose and fix the issue with the car. I hope it's a simple one. If it's not, then it is what it is. But
I mean, we did see kind of debris buildup on the O-rings
and in the little ports, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you call them? That's what I was trying to show them earlier when we were getting ready to leave, but it's really hard. I mean, I will insert pictures of what Morris sent me when I was in Japan. You'll be able to see the buildup that's in some of the ports. Well, hopefully it's just something simple and we can move on with life, and then hopefully that fixes the flutter problem that we're having. And if not, then that's another thing that we have to address, which has just kind of been an underlying gremlin in the car. But yeah, I mean, stay tuned. We'll pick up when we pick up we'll pick right back up when we pick up the injectors, and we'll go from there. All right, boys, it's been a few days since we went ahead and dropped off the fuel injectors over at RC Engineering. They gave us a call back exactly 1 day later. We picked it up the next day, so turnaround time is very good from them. They said 1 to 2 days. They called us 1 day, we went the next day. I mean, if you do want to pay the extra $50, they said it could be same day, but it could be anywhere from 5 to 6 hours. We live in not so close proximity to them, so it was easier for us just to wait rather than get the injectors that same day. Now, the trusty labor assistant has already gone ahead and installed the injectors back, and everything, fingers crossed, seems to be copacetic. Now, the results were what we expected, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you this. One other thing to note with RC Engineering's services, you get a nifty sticker. They go ahead and replace the O-rings. They give you back your old O-rings, and they also replace the seals. They give you a test, and they give you this nice packaging for each of the injectors, so that way they're nice and safe when you bring them home. But again, really nice presentation here. These guys have been known to be around for a while, so if you are looking for a good, viable injector cleaning place, shoot these guys a message. Again, you do have to drop them off or ship them, but their turnaround time is pretty good. All right, so what you see here on the left side is before cleaning. So as you can see, one of the injectors, and this is not like number 1 cylinder, 2, 3, and 4 cylinder. This is just the way that they grabbed them. We had numbered them, and unfortunately during the cleaning process, the numbers faded away, so we have no idea which one's which at this point. But as you can tell, the one we thought was giving us the most issue, which was cylinder 3, is this one that says dripping. And now when they mean dripping, it's not that it's faulty. It just means that under pressure, it was clogged enough that it would cause it to drip and not, you know, spray the pattern perfectly. Now, the other 3 were fair, but as you could tell, the last one here was already on its way to getting to that frightful number of getting clogged and whatnot, which is why we were also getting a cylinder 4 issue. Now, what we were getting was a lean code, and it was coming from cylinder 3 and 4. So I'm assuming these were it. You know, 1 and 2 looked like they were okay. Now, after they went ahead and tested everything and took care of everything, as you can see here, everything is pushing good. All the numbers are excellent. We're happy with what these flow rates look like, and that was a plus. As well as down here, as you see here, the system balance, the higher the number, the worse the balance is. So here we are at 9.9 on the system balance, and when they gave it back to us, it's pretty much balanced at 1.1, which that also is good as far as their numbers, and what they told us was a high and low average of what we should be pushing. And then down here, again, their comments, the system is balanced at 1.1, gas direct injections, all patterns are excellent after cleaning. So what that tells me is that we are about 95% sure that we've tackled the issue with our codes that we were getting on the FL5. I mean, we're gonna go take it out for a test drive. We're gonna see, we're gonna report back. Again, if you guys are subscribing to the channel and you guys are hitting those bell notifications, you will get a notification if something else pops up on the car. What I mean by that is we'll post a short and or another video with where we're going with further diagnosing the car, if that is the case. If not, we're signing off here. We're gonna thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate the support. Going into 2026, like I said, and I got a bunch of stuff to install in the car. As you can see here, we got a bunch of stuff here, we got a bunch of stuff at the shop, and we got more stuff hiding out over there in the back that we got to put on the FL5. You know, we really appreciate all the support, appreciate all the questions and comments. We're here for you guys. Reach out anytime. So again, from myself, the trusty labor assistant, and the 3-time 4-county 6-state edge champion, Lewis, we'll catch you guys out on the next one.